Here is a perspective that few people have witnessed. Our next guest flew into LAX after his United Airlines flight was rerouted and witnessed an aerial view of these catastrophic fires.
Mark Viniello is that passenger, joins us now. Mark, what's going through your mind when you look out your plane window and you see an absolute hellscape below?
You don't believe what you're seeing. I mean, how does anything prepare you for that view? I mean, it looked like we were flying over Mordor from Lord of the Rings. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah, so we said that your flight was rerouted. First of all, where were you supposed to land? And were you aware that these fires were burning when you were on the plane? Or was the first time you learned about them when you were looking down and saw what we're seeing right now, what you recorded?
Well, we were supposed to fly into Hollywood Burbank Airport, but they rerouted us because of high winds. I believe the Burbank Airport has shorter runways. And you had heard that a fire had broken out. And, being a California resident for a few years, you're like, oh, damn it, another fire. And with the high winds, you think this is not going to be good. But you can't comprehend the impact until you see it. And when I opened my window and just casually looked out, I mean, my jaw hit the floor. And I was like, this is a bad one. This is really bad. And I'm still just can't believe what's happening. This is really a really bad one.
Bring us inside that plane with us for a moment. Were any passengers on board with you who also looked out and said, oh my gosh, my home is in jeopardy, or my family, my friends, my neighbors' homes are in jeopardy?
I think I was one of the first people to open the window and look, just because I like to look out as the plane starts to descend. And then as other people started to open their window, you could hear gasps, you could hear just, kind of murmurings. And then the flight attendant got on the speaker and said, if you look out your right window, you will see the fire that is happening in California right now. And, everyone just started talking and just saying how they couldn't believe how bad it was this quick. It just seemed to explode very quickly.
My goodness. Mark, describe a little bit more. I mean, you say that it looked like Mordor from Lord of the Rings, and we understand where you're coming when you describe it like that, but describe a little bit more about what you saw and what you felt as you were seeing it.
I mean, it's just the scale of it. I mean, we've seen aerial views of fires before, and a lot of times they seem spread out and little hot spots everywhere. This one just looked like, the opening of a volcano when you look down. I mean, it was massive, and again, it's just surreal. Nothing prepares you to see something that big. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting to see, but it certainly wasn't what I got on film.
Yeah, and when you're seeing this, and you were able to see from your vantage point just how big this fire was, I'm sure that one of the things that was going through people's heads is the firefighters on the ground it is their job to put this fire out, this massive fire that's burned over 17,000 acres in just the Palisades fire alone.
Mark, before we let you go, you're in Santa Clarita, away from the Palisades. But look, Santa Clarita is an area that has known its fair share of fires over the years. Are you worried that with the current fire conditions that you may see something spark up and that you might have to be evacuated?
It's always a possibility, so we're prepared, but there's people that have it a lot worse than we do right now. And we've called some friends and let them know. I've had some friends that were evacuated, and sadly some friends have lost their houses. And we just let them know, hey, if you guys need a place to come by, we're safe at the moment. But if you need to get somewhere, we're here for you. So, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, you're really helpless against something like this.
Mark, thank you so much for bringing us that footage and your story. We appreciate it.